He'll go back to the body with the left hand. He does.
I'm a universal fighter. I can do lots of different things, and that's a danger for my opponent because they don't know what to expect.
But styles make fights, you know, and I think I have an advantage in speed, obviously youth. You know, there's a lot less miles on the clock as far as my career is concerned.
It's Ricky Hatton against Kostya Tszyu for the World Light Welterweight title.
It was more than just a fight, it was an event. On June 4th, 2005, Manchester became the epicenter of the boxing world. Over 22,000 fans packed the Manchester Arena and thousands more gathered outside, all to support one man, Ricky the Hitman Hatton. This was a night where an entire city rallied behind their local hero, creating an atmosphere unlike any other. But this wasn't just any night, this was a clash of titans. Kostya Tszyu, the reigning IBF light welterweight champion, was a fighter of legendary status. Across the ring from him, Ricky Hatton, the young and hungry fighter who held the WBU title. Known for his love of indulgence between fights, Hatton often joked that his toughest fight wasn't in the ring, but rather a full English breakfast and a pint at his local pub. The world watched as the underdog from Manchester prepared to take on one of the greatest fighters of his generation. For Hatton, this was more than just a title fight. This was his moment to prove that he belonged among the sport's elite. As the fight with Tszyu drew nearer, Hatton put down the pies and picked up the pace, shedding the extra pounds on the bag. And no, not that type of bag.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
For all his success in the ring, Hatton had yet to face someone of Tszyu's caliber, and the doubts surrounding his chances were widespread.
I think that Hatton has got to make the fight, he's got to go forward, and he's not difficult to hit. And when he tries to throw the left hook to the body, which is his best punch, over will come that terrific right hand that Tszyu possesses, and that's when it will be all over.
The big one, Ricky, if he doesn't get hit going back, it's not going forward. I think the big problem is going back with his hands down, smiling, 22,000 people roaring. That's when he can get caught.
It really got a making of a wonderful fight for Great Britain. If Ricky can get over the first 5 or 6 rounds, I think he's got a wonderful opportunity, but he's going to go through hell for the first 5 or 6 rounds. But I really, in my heart, would love to see.
As the fight drew nearer, the anticipation grew. Press conferences and interviews in the weeks leading up to the bout were filled with tension. Tszyu, ever the professional, expressed his confidence in his ability to handle Hatton, just as he had handled so many challengers before.
I'm walking to my tunnel, and there are going to be 100,000 people around me. I won't see it, I won't feel it, because I'm already in myself. I'm going to be so focused that nothing's going to bother me.
Hatton, on the other hand, spoke with the determination of a man who knew he was the underdog but believed in his heart, will and the power of his fans. When the night finally arrived, the Manchester Arena was full of noise and passion. The fighters made their way to the ring, Tszyu with his trademark stoicism and Hatton with a determined glare and electric walkout.
The night of reckoning for Ricky Hatton after 38 straight victories.
As the opening bell rang, the fight began.
Looked a bit pensive beforehand. He's fought this fight 1,000.
Tszyu, a notoriously slow starter, faced a whirlwind of aggression in the early rounds as Ricky Hatton came out of his corner with fierce determination. Hatton's relentless pressure and high-volume punching secured him the first 2 rounds, establishing his presence and setting a frantic pace. However, as the fight progressed, the champion in Tszyu began to emerge. By rounds 3 to 5, Tszyu had settled into his rhythm, displaying the qualities that had made him a legend in the sport. He began timing his counter punches with precision, using his experience and skill to gradually claw his way back into the contest. Despite the shift in momentum, the sportsmanship of both fighters became questionable during the middle phases of the bout. In the closing stages of the 7th round, Tszyu landed a punch that knocked Hatton to the canvas, but it was quickly ruled an illegal low blow by the referee. The Manchester crowd erupted in anger, but Hatton ever resilient, quickly regained his footing and composure. As tensions escalated, Hatton responded in kind in the 9th round. After Tszyu was warned again for another low blow, Hatton deliberately retaliated with a low blow of his own. This exchange highlighted the intense physical and psychological battle unfolding in the ring, with both fighters pushing the boundaries of the rules in their quest for dominance. Nevertheless, these moments of questionable sportsmanship did not overshadow the overall quality and intensity of the fight. Both men were fully committed to victory, and these incidents only added to the drama of an already epic encounter. Despite the infactions, the fight continued to captivate the audience, with the outcome still very much in the balance as the later rounds approached.
Yeah, but not too many these days.
Lovely uppercut from Hatton, then a body shot, then another uppercut. Oh, and he's got him again!
By the 11th round, the tide had fully turned in Hatton's favour. Tszyu, who had never been overwhelmed like this before, was struggling to keep up with the relentless pace set by the underdog. The Manchester crowd, now in a frenzy, could feel history in the making.
Got Hatton in a useful lead, but that's just my card.
Well, I had Tszyu well ahead in the early stages. Hatton has trimmed it back. I have them level at the moment.
Tzyu's corner, seeing the exhaustion and weariness in their fighter, made the difficult decision to stop the fight at the end of the round. The referee signalled the end and Ricky Hatton was declared the winner. In that moment, Ricky Hatton had done what many thought was impossible. He had defeated one of the greatest fighters of his generation, not by luck or chance, but by sheer will and determination. Hatton had proved that he was not just a local hero or a crowd favourite, he was a true champion. This victory was more than just a win. It was the night that defined Ricky Hatton. The victory over Kostya Tszyu elevated him from being a talented and popular fighter to a global boxing icon. It was a night that etched his name into the annals of boxing history and solidified his place among the sport's elite. The legacy of this fight is not just about title Hatton won, but about the way he won it.
I just couldn't be any more confident, and you know, I won't make a prediction. I won't say I'm going to win by knockout or anything, but I'm definitely going to be bringing that belt home.
Ricky Hatton would go on to have many more battles in the ring, but it was on this night, as the underdog who dared to dream, that his legacy was truly born. If you all enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.